Hey, how you doing? It's Randy Sappington. First thing I want to do is say thanks to all my Facebook friends for wishing me a happy birthday. I'm sort of at a turning point in my life, so I wanted to do just a little background of what's going on here at the river. And as you all know, I've been on the river for a long time. Actually, my parents bought the place in '71. I think that's when I decided to become a river rat. I love the river. I'll be here the rest of my life. It gets in your blood. But, there's a few things I want to talk about. The flooding situation, which has pretty much brought me to this turning point because I'm getting ready to foreclose on the marina, and we've been flooded since '08. It's been crazy, and if you know about the river, know that we haven't been able to boat a whole lot the last few years. Summers have been about a month long, month and a half. But anyway, I think it all started back in '73. That was the first 500-year flood. '73, we had that flood and went on for a few years, and it'd flood here and there, and I think we had one other in the '80s that was semi, a bad one, but not quite as bad. Well, then came '93. '93 was the big flood, the Great River Flood. Or they called it something like that, I can't remember. But anyway, '93, when that hit, it was here the whole summer, overtopped all the levees, and, flooded the towns. Well, before '93, there was 5 marinas here. Now, I'm the only one, and pretty soon there will be no marinas here. And that's in this 32-mile pool. A couple things I think have contributed to it. The first is the way they dredge. You got to dredge once in a while to keep the channel deep enough for the barges. It just happens. It silts in. Well, for a long time they would always dredge, and they'd throw the sand and mud and silt up on the islands, and they'd make sandbars because at least 90% of it was sand. Oh, they did that, and they'd stay there. I mean, there's still some around that were built back in the early '80s. Well, now because of I think it's an insect or something that's going extinct, and they thought that putting the sand on the islands was going to kill this insect. I don't know what it was, but anyway, they decided that they can't pump the sand or the soot on the islands, so they did it right next to the channel. Great idea. So they put them out there. Here you got all this loose sand. They do the dredging in the summer. Here comes spring, we get a flood. Well, where's all the sand go? Wow, that's weird. It washes right back down into the damn channel. But, some of them stay a couple years, but then they're gone. Well, then they got this bright idea. Let's start rocking the banks so it wouldn't eat the islands away. To me that's a great idea, because right where I'm sitting now, there used to be an island. So they went ahead and rocked the bank over here to save the island, and this is the big island. That's the name of it's actually called Westport. And, it's a pretty, you can see the rock. They use big rock, and what you see is probably 5% of the rock they poured in there. I watched them do the backside of this island. They're there for days, but what you see right now is 5%. There's 95% of that big rock down in the water, to keep it from washing away. Great idea. Well, then they thought that, they were having to dredge too much, so let's start putting in rock dykes. Because, the Corps of Engineers thought they could control Mother Nature. And you and I know, even if we weren't smart enough to go to college like me, you can't control Mother Nature. Well, they thought they could. So they started putting in these rock dykes. Anybody that boats on the river knows since '93, they've put hundreds of them in. This pool and the lower pool, St. Charles area. I mean, they just stuck them everywhere. Well, they're still dredging. And they're still dredging. Same amount they were before, I think. And let it loose. And then, but they went ahead and they put all these dikes in. Well, a part of it now is why I'm doing this one. They decided, well, let's try a new dike system. That last one worked good. Well, actually, I guess they figured out it didn't work good because they're still dredging as much as they used to. So this new one is they're finding deep holes, and then we're below, it's shallow, so they're taking rock, and I guess you saw the barge full of rock over here. They're taking that, which this week, or in the last 3 weeks, they've been here 3 weeks making one dike. I've seen over 40 of those tugs go by. The barges, sorry. The barges go up, they're going up about a half a mile, and they're dumping it in the channel in a deep hole. What they think is going to slow the water down and keep it from silting in. Well, you know, maybe that might work. But, I mean, that is millions and millions ton of rock. Those are some big rocks, some of them 4 foot in diameter. I mean, millions of tons, millions and millions of dollars, our taxpayers' money. You know, like I said before, you know, the Corps of Engineers think they can control Mother Nature. Well, they should have realized by now they can't. Let's go back to dredging. Let's keep filling up. Let's quit filling up the river. I brought a little experiment with me. I want to show you something here. All right. Here, we got a tub of water. Let's just think that that's the river, okay? See? There's no magic here. There's no magic. Well, I'm going to go ahead and have another river right next to it. But I'm going to make me some dikes in it. So I threw me a couple little rocks in here. As you can see, this is filled up to here. Well, let's take this river, pour it into this one. All right. Wow, that's neat. It's overfilling. Look at that, it's overfilled. Oh, it's coming off the sides. Can you believe it? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I would never have thought just putting some rocks in there would make it come over the sides. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have went to college. But, you know, it's just, you know, it's driving me nuts. You know, it's changed my whole life. I was living the American dream. My dream is shot. I raised my kids down here. They know how to ski, they respect the water, they know how to boat, they know how to save people. Now my grandkids are here, they love it. They want to come and see Grandpa. He yells a little more than he should, but you know, it happens. But, you know, I just wanted to let you all know, you know, I'm doing good, but I'm just starting a new life. Anybody knows of a job? I'm looking for a job. I'd like to find one, you know, go in at 7 to 10, somewhere around there. You know, get off about 2, sort of like the Corps is doing. You know, we came over here earlier and they were just shutting down about 3 o'clock. You know, I want full benefits, some vacation, retirement pay. Get off about, you know, like 2 or 3, like I said. Anybody know of a job like that, you know, give me a call. And again, thanks for wishing me happy birthday. Y'all have a great day.